Hey team, this is Coach Brandon with 1780 Fitness and Martial Arts. A little bit of a bonus video for you today. We're not doing a workout, we're looking at joint mobility and conditioning. So as part of a warm-up, I don't like to do static stretching. I like to get my body a little bit warm, get a little bit of a sweat going on, rowing, biking, walking, whatever that is, about 5 or 6 minutes till I break a little bit of a sweat, get my core temperature up and reduce the overall viscosity of all my soft tissues. What I like to do for my joints is really get them lubricated, get them moving, and that really helps facilitate a good workout for me and helps limit and prevent the number of joint injuries that I might get during a workout. It's also a great thing to do when you get up in the morning. And you know, if you're younger, maybe this isn't something you even think about, but as we get older, we know how our joints feel. So this can be a good thing to just kind of start your day off with, to get your joints kind of primed and ready. I start with the upper body, and then we go down to the lower body. So I'll give you a quick look at this. So for this, I let my arms hang at my side, and I'm working my wrists open and close. 1, 2, 3. I do that for 10. So each one of these is going to be performed for 10 reps. And when I do that, I need to open and close the joint as much as I can. Open and close it as much as I can. Just kind of push my range of motion on there. And again, I'll do that for 10 reps. Go from the wrist up to the elbow. So I'm going to have my hands up at my side, open and close. And again, open and close that elbow as much as you can. So do I count 1, 2, and go up to 10. After that, I'm going to start to work on the shoulder. I'm going to have a few different movements for the shoulder, a little bit more complicated joint than the elbow and the wrist, which are primarily kind of a hinge movement. The ball and socket lets us have a lot more range of motion, a lot more going on with that joint. So for this one, we're going to keep our palms in. So like my palms are against my thighs. My feet are just kind of under my shoulders, just standing comfortably. I'm going to make a circle, but I'm not going to let these things swing wildly. So I'm going to go with my palms in, and I'm going back. Bring my shoulders up to my ears. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try to touch shoulders to ears. 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to get a different angle on my rotation. I'm going to turn my palms out. So I've got the backs of my hands against my leg, and this time I'm going to go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I go up to 10. Now I'm really going to get that joint kind of roll around in the socket. I'm going to let my arms hang, and I'm going to rotate palms in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and go up to 10. That's pretty much it for my upper body. Right now, all my joints are feeling pretty good. So now we're going to go for the lower body. Back up a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm going to do one ankle at a time. Now, if I needed to for balance, I might put my hands on a couch or on one of the rigs back here, but I'm pretty okay with my balance. So this is kind of like the field sobriety test, right? I'm going to put one foot out. Now, all I'm doing with that one foot, make sure you can see that, is I'm going straight up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10. Then I'll switch legs. 1, 2, and again, open and close that joint as much as you can. Really push your range of motion in these joints, obviously without hurting yourself, but push that range of motion as much as you can. Now I'm going to go for my knee. Again, I'll be standing on one foot, so I'm going to bring my knee up as high as I can, push to where my heel is down and my toes are up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But of course, if I was doing the full routine, I'd go up to 10. Now we're going to work on our hips. So I'm going to go to that knee down position where I open and close my knee as much as I could. My heel's down, my toes are up. And again, I might hold on to something for balance. I'm okay. But if I needed that, I would certainly feel free to reach out for balance. Now what I'm going to do here is turn that ball and socket joint in and out, kind of like I did with the shoulder, but working on that hip joint. So my count, 1, 2, 3, on up to 10. When I go over to the other joint, so going over to the other hip, heels down, toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on up to 10. So I start with the smallest joint, kind of at the bottom, and work my way back in. Now for my neck, so I'm moving a little bit closer. For the neck, I'm just going to let my head hang. So I'm going to stand comfortably, let my head hang, let the weight of my big giant head kind of pull on my neck, give it a good stretch. I'm not going to pull, I'm not going to bounce, I'm just letting that hang and giving that about 10-second count. Then I'm gonna come back to the middle. Now I'm gonna get range of motion going laterally. So I'm gonna look just as far as I can, give that about a 10 count, come back to the middle, look as far as I can, give that about a 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, give it that kind of a count up to 10, back to the middle. So that's all my big joints. If I wanted to work on my hands, which often I do a lot of judo, so I do a lot of grip dependent work, and in my lifts as well, I'm gonna just open and close, make it a tight squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. By then, I usually feel like all of my joints are pretty ready to go. I'll often do that before I do anything that's gonna get my heart rate up, before I go jog, before I walk, before I hit the rower, before I hit the bike, just so my joints feel good and they're all moving. And again, this is often a routine that I get up and just do in the morning to get my joints moving, make sure they're ready to go for the day. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or message me directly. We'll get back to you. Take care of each other. Stay safe.